This is a bottoms-up dumbbell chest press. Bottoms up just means we're going to stay at this bottom position, stay with the pecs very lengthened. We're going to try to stabilize our shoulders and really find that good position in this bottom spot right here. And then we're going to complete a normal alternating chest press from that position. So I like to do this hook lying on a bench. You can do this on the ground as well, because you can do hook lying on the ground too. But hook lying is to try to keep us in a good stacked position. The goal of this is to get that good pec stretch without our rib cage going all over the place. We don't really want a huge extended locked shoulder blade position, and we don't want to be too rounded and shrugged like this, which a lot of times can happen in hook lying. So we want to find that happy medium. The best way to do that is to have a bench long enough where you can get your feet, your hips, and your head on the bench just like this. I like these longer incline benches to do that. I want to find 3 points of contact in my feet and make sure I can feel my inside contact. So the inner heels and the balls of the big toes. If I push into the bench there, I'm going to get a little bit of hamstring. That's going to help pull my pelvis into the bench, and it's going to keep me from getting into that overly extended position here, which a lot of times can affect your shoulder mobility. So find the feet, find the PSIS against the bench, and then we got to set the rib cage too. So your pressure point on the rib cage, you don't want to be too low on the rib cage. So you don't want to be like your lats are pushing into the bench. A lot of times when we set up, we end up in this closed, very pulled down position where our pecs and our shoulders are pulled down nice and tight and our shoulders are shrugged. We almost want to do the opposite. We want to kind of pull our shoulder blades down without tucking them behind us. So we want to stay very wide with the shoulder blades, but we want to put the middle of our rib cage on the bench. That might flare your ribs a little bit, but when you start to press, if you're doing a good job reaching when you're pressing, you should still feel your deep abs. So we should be able to keep this very open, stacked position, just like this, with our obliques on and our transverse abdominis stabilizing, and then we can hold that position as we're in this bottom spot, pressing through, still getting a good exhale when we reach, just like this. And the goal of this is to try to keep the shoulder blades and the rib cage as wide as possible. So a lot of problems with our shoulders develop because we try to go really heavy and our body tries to find tension by squeezing everything in like this. We want to relax the shoulder blades and get the elbows away from the body so we create width in the thorax right here. That's going to pull the shoulder blades underneath and around, give us a little bit more range of motion because we want the shoulder blades to move with our press. And we want to make sure that we're not shrugging while we're doing it, and we can feel all of the muscles around the shoulder girdle helping us do it, and mainly the pecs doing the work while the shoulders are stabilized. So with some dumbbells, it looks just like this. You're going to rock back, find that position, foot contacts, PSIS. Area between the shoulder blades is nice and heavy. That's keeping me in that very tall spine position. Exhale. I can find my deep abs now. Now I'm very stable. Slowly bring these down into position without shrugging my shoulders. Hold here, and then exhale up, inhale down. Keeping that lengthened, open chest position without arching my back and without pinching my shoulder blades. Keep the elbows reaching away from the body so that we can keep those shoulder blades movable and mobile. Still get so much pec activity, and honestly more so because we're isolating the pec and we're not taking over the movement with our shoulders in this position. We don't want to be pressing from this position. That's all traps. That's all anterior delts. That's why you can't get that width and that breadth in the chest that you want, because you're not using your rib cage with the shoulders. That is a bottom-up alternating dumbbell chest press. Very nice, I like.